What's up, guys? I just wanted to make a pretty quick video, hopefully, about the actual new PvM event and why I think this one is okay, the PvM event, and why I wasn't happy with the content buffs in the Hero Pass. A lot of people are asking, isn't this just the same thing? You're positive about this event and getting content buffs through this event, but getting content buffs through the Hero Pass is a bad thing, and you're kind of contradicting what you were saying when you were talking about the Hero Pass. So I just wanted to address that real quick, just to sort of like clear it up, because obviously I cannot see where people are drawing that like connection, but it is not the same thing in my opinion at all, and so this is why. First of all, the two different things are, one is monetized and one is free for all players. This is probably the first and biggest thing, right? Like everybody can just log in and use this immediately. Whereas the Hero Pass, the content buffs in the Hero Pass were obviously designed to be like, hey, you want a bit of extra little something, just get your little card out and swipe, and you get it right now. And also, of course, people that were a premium member got more of these buffs than someone who was just a regular player. So having to pay for something and to get some content buffs in game is a lot worse than obviously the Jagex just being like, hey everyone, you can have some extra buffs at the moment and you can take advantage of them and use them in game to however you want to use them. These are completely different. So obviously one's a cash grab and the other one is it's obviously there to try and please players right now, but it's also a good way to get people to log in and actually play the game. They're probably seeing people, the player counts down or whatever, and it is what it is, and they want to just make the players happier, and they also want to get players to come back. This is a good way to do it. It is. Okay, so that's number one. Yeah, one costs money, one doesn't. And that's pretty much it, right? Number two, the ones in the Hero Pass, the buffs, the content buffs in the Hero Pass were actual content buffs. Now, one of my biggest points when they were doing this is, for example, if you are selling people a buff that is desirable, which is a clue skip, like you're skipping a clue step because you're making it shorter, if you think that's a desirable buff, then you clearly think there's an issue with that content. People don't want to do that content. They want to make it quicker. So one of my issues was, if you think that you can sell a buff to somebody to make that quicker and make it like skip faster because they don't want to do it, then you should fix the content and make the content better. Don't sell content buffs, buff the content was a point that I made. Now I keep hearing people say, or well, not hearing, but reading people say, but Init, you said the same thing, buff the content, don't sell the buffs, or don't just throw it in the game. So they're comparing it to the current thing, but it's completely different. So the Hero Pass was selling content buffs that would make the content change. Like they were changing the actual specific piece of the content. You were reducing clue steps, which apparently needs to happen, or they were giving you a very specific buff in a very specific place, like reducing damage in the Zamorak dungeon. So you would get 20% damage reduction, which if you think about it, they're kind of just renting you armor for the Zamorak instance. They're like, you know, if you buy this or if you unlock this, then you've got a damage reduction here, which is, they might as well just say, hey, give us a bond and we'll sell you armor that you can stack with your current armor and you won't take as much damage. It's kind of the same thing. Whereas the event in game right now isn't like this. It's saving you time, it's saving you supplies. That is it. That is all this is doing. Everybody gets it, and it's just saving you things you've already got. For example, everybody can make overloads already. They're already in the game. All this is doing is saving you the time making the overloads and saving you the supplies to actually go and get them. It does have a negative in the fact that overloads are going to probably drop in price. Like value-wise, the supplies are probably going to come down for this during this event. But I mean, it's nothing compared to like renting us different armor upgrades for a certain period of time, and people who have money can get it and the players who don't can't. It's not quite the same, right? As for the Sign of Life, everybody has access to the Sign of Life. You can get them off the Grand Exchange if you really want to, and you can reset them in game with Marks of War. You can already reset them. So having them automatically reset every time you bank, if you've even used it, because many of you won't use it every time, right? Having it automatically reset is available at by Marks of War at the War Shop. It's just saving you the time of going out and grinding those Marks of War and just giving you a little bit more, hey, I can just go PvM again. I can just go straight back in and not have to actually worry about it. Same goes for aura refreshes. Marks of War resets those, so we already have this in game as well. They're just giving you it. It's basically saying, hey, don't worry about spending your Marks of War. We got you for a couple of weeks. Jagex just trying to keep you guys happy. That's all it is. It's not changing anything in the content anywhere. It's not doing anything like that. The same for tier 4 look. You have a ring in game that already gives tier 4 look. I don't know if players get this if you don't have it. Maybe you do That's probably like the only one that's a bit iffy. Like they're kind of just giving everyone the tearful look, but it's already in the game. It's already there. That's how the game works. You know, they're not changing it. They're not changing anything about it. The same goes for the Slayer things. You're just getting VIP tickets or not having to spend VIP tickets. They're already in the game. They're not changing the content. It's how it always works. They're just giving you 2 weeks probably where you can just change it. Sorry for tasks, they're giving you double points. This isn't anything that is unheard of. I think they've done this before, and also everybody gets it. It's not just like, if you pay us £50, then you can have double points for 10 tasks, guys. Like it's turned on for everybody, and everybody will get to choose it. So it's like a wide buff. So this is why I'm okay with this and not okay with the other one. I mean, personally, like, I think there's a lot of stuff in here that can also be seen as negative, and I'm sure people will not like it, and you know, it is what it is. But all of this stuff is already in game, is basically what I'm saying. And the hero pass was like saying basically, the dungeon is harder to run, so let's incentivize people to run it, when you could just maybe make it more exciting to run, put more reason for people to do it in there. Or, you know, we're going to rent you armor basically by, if you just get through the pass quick enough, or if you know, buy buffs, because the pass is so hard to level through. So if you just do that, then you can have some armor on us as well. And it's not the same thing in the slightest, in my opinion. I think there's completely different ones. An event that everybody gets access to immediately. The other one is Jagex being like, you know, we could maybe get some more money from these players, guys. Should we chuck some stuff in there? And everything that people don't like about the content, let's just sell them the solution. If they're complaining that this isn't good enough, or if we think that people would like this, then let's just sell them the solution rather than buffing it for them to enjoy in the first place. So this is why I'm different with it. This is what I was about to explain. I've had to explain it in some comments to some people, and I keep seeing it. And rather than sitting here for the rest of my day and saying why I'm okay with that and not the hero pass, I figured this would be it. And I think it's also kind of like all over Reddit or other people's videos and comments and whatnot. I don't know, but either way, that is what it is. So if you were curious, there you go. But guys, let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Are you happy about the event? I think most people are happy about the event, right? I'm pretty sure. You guys can go out and get your stuff. I'm probably going to do a stream and complete my Carapack hard mode thing. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I could do Carapack anyway, but you know, it just gives a little bit more incentive to log in and play without actually selling the solution. But the main thing is the selling and the fact that everybody gets it and it's level and it's even. But let me know what you think in the comments, if you like this, if you don't like this, and otherwise, if you agree, then leave a like and sub to the channel if you are new around here. If you disagree, then let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will anyway, and I will catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.